Hi, summer is almost over, and that means we are starting the fall market right now. Here's what we're seeing. One of the most interesting things that we're observing is that the market data, when you look at it from a numerical standpoint, is virtually identical to what we saw this spring. Pricing is flat, showing activity is down a little bit, but not anything too crazy. And days on market has come up a little bit. So we have seen a few subtle shifts. However, we are still very much in a seller's market, even though
may not feel like
it may not feel like it. So in terms of the activity that we're seeing on a day-to-day basis, it feels like there's been a slowdown this summer. But if you go back and look at the data, it's really the same as it was this spring.
Yeah, and I think to dive a little deeper in the perspective from our business and from our local area is June of this in the summer slowed down, and that's very typical for what we see in most Junes with new schedules with activities and summer schedules and vacations and grad parties. We typically see things pick up late June into July. This July was very slow. Some things were happening, but traditionally July we see things pick up a bit, and we didn't this year. Up until about mid-August, then things started to pick up.
Yeah.
And that's not typically traditional because things typically slow down at the end of summer for Labor
August.
Day and school. Yeah. But I think we're anticipating a very big fall. A lot more in new inventory coming on the market. So there's going to be a lot to choose from, or new things to choose from. Maybe not necessarily a lot, but new properties to choose from for buyers. So.
Yeah. And usually we see that busier June and July, with August kind of being in the little lull. So this seems to be a reverse of the trend this year, which is a little unusual. But every year in its own way has its own nuances. So,
and I think, our message will be the same as it has been for several videos here is proper pricing is very important for sellers right now. Getting those little projects done, making your home look as good as possible because showings are down a little bit. So every showing is more important. So it's just capitalizing on those showings with being in the right spot.
Yeah, and if we are seeing multiple offers on anything, it is on the homes that are really neat, clean, and buttoned up condition for the most part. There's always a few exceptions in certain price points and locations, but homes that have fogged windows taken care of, the ash trees have been taken care of, paint and flooring that needs addressing has been taken care of. Those are the homes that tend to move the quickest. So. Thanks for watching our video. We'll continue to touch base with you as we move throughout the market. If we can ever answer any questions for you, let us know.